Podcast Fresh.
All right, let's get into Beetlejuice.
Now we're
Chris,
talking.
I'm gonna let you lead. Darren, if you want to lead, man, because I don't know my ass from my ass cheek when it comes to this movie. So you go ahead and
Your
lead.
arms from your elbow, as we say. Beetlejuice. Grew up on it. It's one of my favorite movies growing up as a kid. I was born in '86, so like Chris, I'm old as shit. But Beetlejuice was. I grew up in Winona Ryder, Michael Keaton, the mom from Home Alone. But,
yep, Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin, yeah. Oh shit.
Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
That other guy.
That other guy, yeah. It was honestly. Chris, you want to chime in?
Yeah, no. If you grew up in the '80s, you definitely remember Beetlejuice. It was just a very, from the mind of Tim Burton, who by now 2024 we've all seen sort of his breadth of work. But in the '80s, he was still sort of coming into his own, and was just a few years away from things like Batman and really everybody looking at this guy like, what, right?
He was a great Batman.
Yeah, and he's got a specific lens. You either like Tim Burton stuff or you don't. Like any other director, he's got his things that he likes. There's certain genres that he likes, and there's certain themes that he likes, right? Sort of these dark, sort of Halloween-y kind of characters, so to speak, that he likes to portray and have as his baby faces in a lot of his movies. Is really cool. And the normal people are sort of portrayed as sort of like the heels or like the villains that sort of don't understand what's happening. So this Beetlejuice movie is just, to me, it's just like a nice shot of nostalgia. I think it has sort of that, Top Gun Maverick worked a couple years ago. Why not bring this franchise back? Also from, not the dead, but from something that has had, issues getting made, a sequel to this movie, and it's actually now happening, which is pretty crazy. 30 years later, 35 years later, or whatever it ends up being. A little bit of a switcheroo of the cast. I think they have Jenna Ortega now in there as well. So she's sort of the it girl right now when it comes to those sort of dark, not even darker, but again, like I said, those kind of Halloweenish sort of roles with the Wednesday and everything else that she's done. So she's the it girl there. So that makes sense. This looks interesting. How it'll do at the box office, I have no idea.
Chris smashed it with that one word there, nostalgia. That's what it's going to be for me for sure. It's one of those movies that was first time. It was very kind of freaky. It was fun. It was different. On the same lines, like Edward Scissorhands a little bit at that time as well. And it was just a fun movie. A few things that freaked me out as a kid. I remember the guys with the weird heads, the small heads. I don't know if you remember that, Chris. But,
I don't. I haven't seen that movie in a while, man. Decades.
Yeah, it's been a while for me. I'm just trying to pick up my memory here. And I just actually Googled. It's Catherine O'Hara, the mom from Home Alone.
Right.
Wow. She was Winona Ryder's mother.
From Home Alone.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
But it was a great movie at its time. Michael Keaton, for me, I kind of grew up loving him through that. He also had a cameo. He was Batman, but he also had a cameo in Frasier. Back then in the early 90s as well. So growing up as a kid, I loved Frasier. I loved Beetlejuice, the Batman franchise. So it was these actors, and he was fantastic for me growing up. I still love him to this day.
Very nice. All right, and okay, so you guys are both going to watch this movie then for sure.
Absolutely.
I think so. Yeah, this is coming out in the theaters, right?
Yeah. This is probably theater. I don't want to say exclusive, but I'm sure they're gonna look at the box office for this movie. And it comes out in September, so we're 2 months away. So that's fast actually.
Yeah. Michael Keaton's just awesome.
Yeah, you can't hate the guy.
A fun dude,
Michael
right?
Keaton's just awesome.
He's unhateable.
He's been so good for so many years, So anytime I hear things like the comeback of Michael Keaton, comeback. He's never went anywhere.
I've been here for years.
He's been here for years. Years. Don't you understand? Years, you idiot.
He still relatively looks the same as well.
He was the best part of that Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland. I'll say it. I don't care. I don't care.
That's awesome.